welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, share this video and comment down below. Please subscribe. I'm aiming to get 500 subscribers.
Just 500.
Just 500.
See wengi.
You guys, help. So today you're going to talk about... Oh, by the way, I was to tell you, he's here again.
Nasiedi.
Quarantine.
Until corona is over.
Anyway, so what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking of the notion and the expectations couples have before they get married. Yes.
I didn't have them.
I didn't. Sure?
Yeah, I didn't have them.
Sure?
No, I didn't have them. I didn't have the expectations.
No, you told me that ulikuwa unaona biguni ikiwa hapa. Wewe na biguni na raha mko hapa mnapelekana on the same amplitude.
Kwani sasa sina raha? Yeah, sina raha.
Sisemi hiyo raha. Sisemi hiyo raha, na same expectations. You know.
Okay, he's going to talk all day and he's going to make sure that he wins. So let's get to the video. First point, sindio? And by the way, disclaimer, today this video should not attack me. I repeat, every day nakwanga ni kama ni mimi nilipitia, mimi niko na makosa, ni mimi naharibu, ni mimi nafanya kila siku, ni mimi. Today if you attack me, sitaki kukuona kwa vlog zangu ever again.
Vlog.
Nitangwa video log ama ni vlog.
Hiyo log inamaanisha mathematical table.
Sisi ni wageni hapa, tutalana. How to handle finances.
Unafikiri utasema sisi tunakisi how to handle finances.
Unajua naona niko natamani kwa mkisini venye kupata opportunity. No, your son is. Anyway, how to handle finances, that is the first point.
You see, let me first explain a little bit of this. You see, when you are singles, thinking whether you get married or not, pesa yako ni yako na yako ni yako. You know, it was as simple as that.
Yeah.
Unless he decides to sponsor you or you decide to sponsor him. So there's the money.
Must you use the word sponsor? To spoil. Spoil is better.
The difference is the same.
Guys, seriously.
Okay,
sponsor.
No, that's okay. Spoiling is
it's babyish and cute.
No, spoiling is what we can say. It's like you are decorating the word sponsoring.
No, apana. Spoiling is more like you're doing it for someone.
The point I'm trying to derive here is when you had money, pesa ilikuwa yako, hiyo mwingine pesa ilikuwa ya.
Yeah.
You had the independence of finance. But now when you get married, that independence goes away. Pesa ni zenu.
No, yangu ni yangu, yako ni yetu.
No, that is that is the natural. By then, that's what is there on the ground.
Anyway, guys, it's true by the way. But let me tell you something. Okay, in all honesty, if you are talking about how to handle your finances, that is something you should discuss before you get married. Because there are people who have issues with sharing accounts, joint accounts, and all that. With us, it's kinda fun because we are very open about our finances.
The question about finances, and the question I was taught by somebody who talked to me before I got married, no matter how much you want, no matter how much I get, when you come to the house, it goes to one basket. Simple. And everybody gets money from that. But
then, you know, there are people who are not that transparent. That is where the problem comes in. So if you are planning to get married, please, that is the topic you should discuss beforehand.
Exactly. Pesa yako yangu ikikuwa yangu, full stop. Yako ikikuwa yako, full stop.
No, I don't encourage that. I love it when you have, you know.
Okay, sikata kuna pesa zako ziko kwa chama.
Za chama nimelipa chama na nimerigo round na ngoja siku yenye zinifikie nifanye project.
6 years bado hazijafika. Let's continue. So the issue of finances is a very tricky.
It's a very tricky situation, and that could take a whole day to discuss, negotiate, and come up with.
We'll have it in another video, but we're not financial experts. That's one thing we have to say.
Yeah, but then again, our marriage has never had an issue with finances. Okay, we've had issues as a couple, a lot of them, but you know, by the way,
as long as
we've never had issues about finances.
As long as you don't abuse finance, it's very easy to handle it.
Yeah.
Why? Sometimes you run to zero when you are at your lowest level financially, and the other somebody is somewhere up. Remember, it goes to the same basket.
Oh, alafu, there's another thing, by the way, another thing I wanted to tackle. You know, we are different. For example, you are born a spendthrift.
Mimi na pesa natwaka kabisa.
With him, if you give him 10,000 and you give him 100,000, that is the same money. He can ponder your time.
You know, I never told them
so,
something. Yeah?
Wait, let me tell you first. So, with him, 10,000, 5,000, 100,000 is the same money. So he's a spendthrift. And with me, I'm not a spendthrift. I tend to buy the things that I need, I love, or I require. But with him, he akishika pesa.
No, there's something I like to tell. There's something I'm good. It's good, I tell you. There's a time I went to okay, this one we'll discuss after the video personally. There's a time I went to the ATM. Ilikuwa inasema pesa mingi. But I saw that as if the ATM was wrong. So nikatoa pesa kidogo kama 10,000 hivi. Ndio nione kama itasoma namba mzuri.
I'm not 10,000 again. I could. So get deposit hapo ambie chukua ATM deposit. Okay, let's go to the next point. The next point is how to put up with someone forever. That's a fear of many people. I had that fear. Oh, I was lying.
Let me take you. Let me give you. Okay, let me take you because definitely I had more life experiences than you because I was born earlier than you.
Fine.
I was born earlier than you. So the point remains to be this. The issue of putting up with someone, people pretend because I want to make you happy. You want to make me happy. So you consume everything which comes to your side. No matter how mad you are at me, at some point you have to agree that you have to lower yourself so that we can come to a decision. So you see, that time you are swallowing everything coming your way. I think you get it. But when you get married, there is nothing to swallow. No,
it's not more. It's more like there's nothing to swallow. It's because when you get married, you have to be your real self.
You cannot control it.
You can't control it. There are some characters you can't control it. Maybe let's say that it will take you a long time to create a new habit of marriage.
You must. Okay.
But there are some characters you can't control because, like, for example, let me give you a good example. This one will.
Kama ni after this video itaishia hapa.
No, hapana. Actually, when you got married, there's one character that used to piss me off. And you know, up to now, I think I got immune.
Nasiachi.
Unasomanga unarusha besheni ni kama mgongo imepasuka.
Sasa kasi inaenda chini. Why should I assist gravity?
That is the point.
Why should I assist gravity?
I hate that. I nasikia sound ya pungulungulungulu. I hate it. Another thing I hate the fact that nikiona ukirusha I feel like hiyo imeshapasuka na ipasuki. No. So there is that feeling of you forced me to try and think of a way to get besheni ngumu. As in it's like
no. Why should I assist gravity? Lazima itateremka.
And that is the point. That's when nakwambia putting up with someone forever, it's a matter of adjusting. Because yeah, there are things he can change, there are things he's good at, and there are things you don't know until you get married. But when you get married, it's more like learning each other, learning to cope.
Majority of the ladies maintain the date time. They are never late. Indeed, sometimes they arrive earlier than you. That's known.
Not majority.
I'm telling you, majority do that. When you are dating, you make it on time. That's obvious.
I don't do a lot of makeup.
I'm saying when you are
dressing and all that.
I'm saying when you're not married, you make it on time. You get the point. When you get married, you have to waste another 2-3 hours doing nothing.
Trying to look beautiful for you to see them girl you saw for the first time.
Sasa naambia kufanya interview kwa bedroom na bado unachelewa.
Oh God, that hurts. No, okay, honestly, when it comes to putting up with someone forever, you just have to understand one thing. Your love should be stronger than the mistakes.
Definitely.
Put that in mind.
What should have to...
Your love should be stronger than his mistakes. Or your love should be stronger than her mistakes.
Be driven by the big goal.
Yeah.
You have to do it. Divorce is not an option. You have to move on. Hakuna pahali unaenda. Hakuna pahali.
Acha kwambia ati wewe utafanya wagope kuolewa. Aya, career development.
Most of people think like this. Once I get married, I have to finish my masters, for example. I have to finish my college. I have to utapata kazi. And mistake people do. And please don't do this mistake. I know I'm talking to somebody today. Sidio? Never quit your job to get married. Never quit your job to get married.
Marriage should not be a way of you changing yourself. It should be a way of you improving yourself.
Quit your career to get
married.
Never quit your job to get married.
Never. Imagine you quit your job to get married. A baby will come.
Yes.
After you've gotten married, a baby will come.
You will start afresh. And nowadays, getting a job is a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes you calculate, sometimes you try to see. I'm not saying that you don't get married because you have a job.
No, but let me tell you something. For me, I quit my job before we got married.
But that was because you wanted to change the career, you go to another side.
Actually, that's what you don't know. I did that, and I told myself, now I need to improve my life because I'm getting married. Then I wanted self-employment so much. So I've always wanted self-employment, by the way, so much. So it was before I got married.
Let me now make
so the decision was not because of marriage.
No. I think,
and right now, honestly, I'm happy with my decision.
No, you didn't quit employment. You moved from employment, full-time employment, to self-employment. So you didn't quit employment. That's the point I'm trying to derive. Please don't quit your job to get married. You may never get it again.
Yeah, it's true, by the way.
To another point.
And maybe that job is so nice, so good, and then you're lying to yourself that you're going to be committing.
It's where your happiness is.
No, in a job you get fulfillment. In your job you get fulfillment.
Yes.
So make sure you're fulfilled before you go to fulfill someone.
Unajua Kiingereza imekupiga cheka.
No, hapana. I just wanted to speak.
No. Also for career development, usijidanganye ati ukiolewa ndio utafanya ABCD, ndio utamaliza shule ama ukioa ndio utamaliza shule. Responsibilities will always follow you all the days of your life. All the days of your life. So the point is, start wherever you are. Once you get married, you continue with that.
Yeah, true.
That's the point, you know. So don't say that nimegoja niolewe ndio niende shule. You may never see it.
True.
So start that time, continue. Kama unataka kuolewa ukiwa shule, olewa na uendelee na shule. You are getting it.
Yeah, very true.
So if you are get married at a different place from wherever, different location, uko Nyeri, umeolewa Nairobi, transfer. If it's a college or what, transfer it, you continue. I know there are colleges who do credit transfer.
They do. But then again, you have one semester to go. What is so hard about waiting for 3 months?
That's what I'm saying. Continue. You may mess up and you'll never get it again.
True.
So time is never coming back for you. Yes.
When to have a baby. No, the truth is, let me tell you something. Do you know that no one has ever been, as in nasemanga, nikiolewa immediately nitapata mtoto? People don't say that. Everyone always says, I want to wait and enjoy my time with my husband.
You see, ladies, when they want to get married, I'm talking on behalf of you. I'm not a lady, but I want to talk generally. Ladies, when they want to get married, they behave like a dear student in a university. When you complete studies, you automatically get a job. So the days they know when I get married, nitapoda raha before nipate mtoto. What happens?
No, but you always wait. Like,
no.
Hey, we waited for 5 whole months. That's huge. Yes, actually waited. Honestly,
it was not a matter of waiting.
No, iko hivi tulikuwa tumesema 1 year. After 1 year.
It started with 2 years.
It started with 2 years.
Then 1 year.
Then 1 year.
Before you realize na
no, hapana. No, hapana, wasa unadanganya. Wasa umeanza kudanganya naenda kufukuza hapa. Mimi sitaki mchezo zako.
Mbona nidanganya?
Umedanganya sasa, wacha nikwambie ukweli. Hapana, let me tell you the truth. It started with 2 years. Si ndio? Then it went to
1 year.
When it went to 1 year nikakwambia I need to figure out 1, 2, 3 things nipate ball August. Kumbuka vizuri. August, si ndio? Then what happened ni I think kwanza niulize hiyo swali, the common question. Guys, is that lighting better here? Tell me. Yeah, that's better, right?
Yes, I did.
That's better, right, guys? Good. So what happened? We were continuing before the light started reacting. So what happened nivi?
No, the pressure.
No, wait. Nikauliza swali ya kawaida. Mtapata mtoto lini? Hey guys, when you get married, that question is common. So, nikatamani mtoto. By that time, we were very, very sweet best couple, had a baby and they loved us so much. So, I felt like, okay, seriously, Maria, your love for babies, you need to get a baby. So, nikakwambia June we'll have a baby. Nikaona June mbali nikasema April is better to lea haraka tumalize. Then nikapata bombe.
As long as you are having tour. The issue about the kid, it's not debatable.
It's not debatable. People protect themselves. No, the answer is it's as simple as this. When your time for the baby comes, the Lord will show you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to me. Niambie Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, dear mommy. Happy Mother's Day to me.
But you see, let me now make it clear. This is a point where I allow this point I allow debate. In this point I allow debate. There are people who say that we'll get some contraceptives to prevent sometimes tupate mtoto. So that nikae miaka 2 miaka 3 nisiruhusu shape ndio tupate mtoto, si ndio? But I can advise them something, not advice, but from my own experience. A child comes with the responsibility as well as making your body strong.
Yeah, very true. Actually, our marriage was kinda when we got married, two people working together, having a life, and then I think that's when litamani mtoto. No, because when our son came, when our son came, just magic happened. Like magic happened.
It's through the son or through the child you get to get the other party.
Yeah, okay.
Hata ukikasirikiana namna gani, lazima mtoto ataku.
Baba ambia dadi akule. Sasa unaambia mtoto wa 2 months.
The communication must come through the child. So you can't kukula.
Baba ambia dadi.
Baba akikula. So I think there's one thing, yeah. This issue of when to have a kid should not be a point of debate.
It should not be. Actually, it should not be. When you're ready.
It should not be a point of debate.
When you're ready, when you feel like you're ready.
Na akikuja by mistake. 80%, 95% of the kids come by mistake. Unakaa tu unasikia tu unasikia tu
no, me
you are just feeling, yeah? Kama malaria hivi.
Hata second born nataka second
unknown syndrome. You know that, eh?
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next point. Let's go to the next point. Another notion that people have. You'll always be happy.
You'll always be happy. Guy.
Swami.
Happiness is relative.
No, okay. To be honest, let's not scare people. Okay,
it's maybe. You who create your happiness.
For example, we are happy. I can't lie to you. We are happy.
But we are not always.
But we are not always happy.
Yes.
Sometimes.
There are downs and ups.
No. Let me give you something. Let me give you a story.
Unajua wenye unakasirika unachukua nguo unataka kwenda.
No. Hata na hiyo yenye unachukua nguo unataka kwenda. Hata saa hizi huko ziko kwa room nyingine ziko ready kutoka. So hata saa hizi nguo ziko kwa room nyingine nataka kutoka. Haujarudisha zote, umebaki zenye ndio ukienda. So you guys, here's the deal. You'll not always be happy. You'll have one time. So I was telling you a story. Sometimes amelala. Like there's a day he made me so angry. Pissed. Alafu akaenda akalala. Mimi sina usingizi because I'm pissed. Nilifanya hivi nikaanza mkonge. Kama nienda kitchen nikunywa green tea.
No, you see, let me tell you something. Yeah? As long as you are two people, you must disagree on something.
And then when the marriage is new, like for example, ours is still new because we are 2 years now.
2 years, 3 months.
We are 2 years, 3 months.
5.
No marriage.
Studiana this have said to me.
Oh, 2 years, 5 months. We're going to 5 years. We are 2 years, 5 months right now, so it's still relatively new.
Yeah.
We are getting to know each other.
Until you get 7 years.
You're still getting to know each other.
You have to know each other.
Because right now, there are things I'm learning about
you. Never reach financial climax.
Like for example, huyu alikuwa ananibembeleza sana tukidate. Tukianza kuoana akanibembeleza sana. Guys, squeezy.
Uko sure?
Nibembelezi. Siti nibembeleze nikule.
Chakula iko.
You see.
No, guys, you see for the we are talking okay. This we call them professionals talk about 7 years, and I agree with them because at 2, 3, 4, 5 you have not reached your financial climax. You know that your kids are still at hajafika class 2, class 3.
Because right now you
get the point. So it means mko na watoto na bado mko na kautoto. 2, remember for the rest of your age ulikuwa mtoto wa mamako na baba. Alikuwa mtoto wa mamake na na babake. You see, now this time you are the father, you are the mother, so you have to get that adjustment. And adjustment in life si kama kuposha chai. It takes a lot of time and affected by different factors. Sindio? So guys, you have to put up with that person. Ulienda huko ukajichagulia. Hilo ni chaguo
lako.
You have to put up with that person. The only thing I don't discourage, the only thing I discourage, let me correct myself. I discourage any form of abuse. either physical or psychological abuse.
Yes. So please don't put up with abuse.
Kama ulikuwa unasumbuliwa mkidate, do you expect for a change to happen?
It will get worse.
It won't change.
It will get worse. Okay, honestly speaking, for you to get into that marriage boat, you need to agree, feel happy, feel loved. Like, for example, I've told you, we are not, sometimes we fight, sometimes we argue, but
we know the limit.
Like, we know we are still a married couple. We still want to be a good example to our son.
Yes.
And at the same time, we need to have this kind of bond whereby love prevails. Okay, final point.
You have to grow up.
Yeah.
You are no longer your parents' child.
You are still your parents' child. You are
no longer katoto kama mamako.
Yes, katoto kama
kukua mama ya mtu ama baba ya
even an old kaka anajua mtoto wake ni mdogo.
Sikatai, anajua mtoto wake ni mdogo. Lakini sasa ujue ndio utakuwa mzazi wa watu.
I get it, but you won't stop. Your responsibility will just increase.
The point I'm driving, you have to grow up. When you are single, your first line of defense was your parents. You remember that? Your first line of defense was your
parents.
If kuna shida kwa kazi unaambia nani?
Parents.
Ukifukuzwa school fees unaambia nani?
Shida kwa kazi alafu ukifukuzwa school fees.
Kuna mtu kwa college.
Parents.
Everything was revolving around parents. Ulipataka kuolewa ukaambia parents. Now it's no longer your parents. It's between you and your husband. Before ifikia kwa wazazi. Unless it's very high magnitude.
Kama yetu.
Definitely. Kama gani?
Yetu.
Yetu gani?
Umeshasema definitely, so
you know, definitely is another narrative word. You have to grow up, know how to make your decisions right, know how to approach people for help. You know, for help involving your marriage, know who to approach and how to approach.
But I don't think that, okay, I'm not saying that marriage, you will always need help when you get married. No, you won't always need help. But when you need help,
grow up. When things are bad, know when to ask for help and know not to ask for help. Sasa tukisema uniambia ati unasikia tu hivyo hutaki kufanya hutaki nini, nienda niambia mamangu amekataa. That's why I mean the point that you have to grow up. You have to know how to solve your problems.
Unataka mtu mwingine umwambie?
Nimwambie nini?
Acha ni try now. Sitaki.
No, get me right. That's the point you are saying. You must know when to ask for external help. It's your problems.
Also, this time you are the one who is responsible for a home, so you're not expecting that your parents will come and run your home. That's not happening. Anyway, I think we've exhausted all the topics.
Yeah, exactly. Not all. There are a lot of others.
There are a lot of others, but
we have answered them according to questions asked.
Yeah, we answered them according to the questions that have been asked about marriage and all those things, dealings. By the way, those are the most asked questions. I know that. And that's why we decided to answer that. There are so many other questions you're asking yourselves. So if they are and you want us to talk to you about them, we are like that. You want to.
Like that.
Like this, like that. So if there are questions you want us to tackle,
you can ask them via
just comment down below.
Comments here.
Down below.
Hapo chini.
Yeah. And please subscribe. Like this video, share this video. We need to get 500 subscribers. We're praying that you're going to help us. Okay, seriously, you guys. I hope you're enjoying our content, and like we told you, we just like this. Tujita motivational speaker ama tujita nini?
Mimi hata sijuagi. Najipataga tu hivyo tu.
Tunajipatanga tu hivyo.
So guys, we usually answer this according to what you ask.
Because okay, on our Facebook page, we go live every day on Facebook. At 9 p.m. So we get these questions. So when we get these questions, we just put them together and then put them in a video somewhere, because those are the questions you're asking. And we don't give you advice according to this agenda degree of marriage. We just tell you according to our research, the way we live.
We answer according to the way we are.
Yeah,
we may not be the best example,
but
we are not the worst example also.
No, actually we are the best example. We are the best example. Best example. Anyway, you guys, please subscribe for new videos every week. We want to try and make 2 videos a week.
Yeah.
Sasa hivi tuko quarantine. Subscribe for new videos every week. Like this video, share.
And share.
And share.
Until next time.
Bye.